Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you're watching from. So I want to talk to you about the power of silence. The power of silence. Silence is a very powerful weapon. In fact, even in the realm of the spirit, it's a powerful weapon. That is one of the weapons that is used to conserve power. You don't need to be explaining. Most of you, the only problem you have, even God is trying to reach out to you to tell you that the only problem you have is that you talk too much and you explain too much. You want everybody to understand you. You want everybody to know what's going on. You want everybody to know why you are doing or acting the way you do. Nobody has the right to know everything about your life. If you look at God critically, if you study the lifestyle of God, even Jesus, go and study the four gospels of the Bible, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. You see that Jesus was a very quiet, very silent person. In fact, in most cases, he uses parable to confuse his enemy. Jesus was not the talkative type. He doesn't even explain. Even when they say, "Are you?" He said, "Thou sayest." You don't need to explain everything. See, word is a portal of access. If you don't there are conversations you don't start. Because the moment you start some certain conversation, you begin to give access. When you begin to talk, when you are always talking, you lose power. That is why any powerful man of God does not talk too much. Those people that always talk too much, they want to explain, they want to prove a point, they want to tell you how powerful they are, how they scatter chair, how they did this. They do not have power. Because the truth is, power is conserved. You conserve it. You try as much as possible not to conserve it. And when you begin to talk too much, you are losing power, you are losing strength, even in the realm of the spirit. Eve wouldn't have fallen if she had mastered the art of silence. Satan met her. The truth is that Satan was not even sure about the instruction that God gave to them. That was why he put it as a question. See, that was why he said, is there any tree in this garden? In the book of Genesis chapter 3, is there any tree in this garden that God said you should not eat? Because he was not sure. Remember that the Bible says that the devil is subtle. He's crafty. He's shrewd. So he always knows how to manipulate the mind. He always knows how to force you to talk. He always knows how to force you to open up. You know, when you are with corny people, they have a way of stirring you to vomit everything in your mouth. So that was just what Satan did. It's not that Satan knew about the structure. He was not aware. Satan does not know anything. He's not omnipresent. He's not omnipresent. It's only the information he gives to him that he works with. That is why they have agents everywhere that monitor. God does not monitor you. God does not have monitoring spirit. Do you understand? So Satan is a monitoring spirit because he cannot on his own, diffuse or know what is going on in your life until you open up. That was why he came in form of a serpent to make Eve to talk, so he can have access, so he can have something to work with. If Eve didn't talk, Satan wouldn't have anything to work with. And Eve started talking, "Oh yes, we can eat all." Eve started talking, "Oh, we can eat any of this fruit, but this particular one, God said we should not eat it." That was where her problem started. And Satan, the moment you start explaining, when God gives you instructions, see, there are instructions that nobody should hear, no matter who the person is. There are strict instructions, especially the one that has to do with your destiny. Nobody should know it. If God tell you this is your consecration, he said this gift that I give to you, this is how it's going to be preserved. Even your mother should not know it, because anybody can be used. Anybody can become a weapon. If Joseph had kept quiet, the suffering that he suffered, Joseph would have still fulfilled destiny if he didn't go to Egypt. The suffering that he suffered going to Egypt, becoming a slave, going to Potiphar, would have been averted, but he talked too much.